First of all, Bill Gates doesn't hang. Warren Buffett doesn't chill. Jeff doesn't hang. Steve didn't hang. Dan doesn't chill. Only losers hang. Only losers chill. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you say about me. All I care is to get the ball over the goddamn goal line. False expectations appearing real. You're afraid, you know. It's the unknown you haven't done.
Top 10, I got a top 10. Got my motivation high for my top 10. Gotta learn from the wise women and men. All my life, like nah, 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 nah. For my top 10, top 10, top 10, nah, nah, nah. This one's for my top 10.
Need motivation?
Watch the Top 10 with Believe Nation.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something more inside you too. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So get ready to play to win, take responsibility, and work super hard with Dan Pena and my take on his top 10 rules of success to give you the confidence, motivation, and belief that you need. Enjoy. Okay, let's kick it off with rule #1. Play to win.
You stop playing to win and you start playing not to lose. Like an Army-Navy game. You're up 18-6 at halftime. You lose momentum. The game ties at 18-18 by the end of the fourth quarter and you lose in overtime. Because you stop playing to win the second half and you start playing not to lose. It's the same in business. Because you start worrying about the few pennies that you made and you start to sit on them like a mother hen. Most of the men and women in this room that have been in business stopped playing to win long ago. And they started playing not to lose.
Rule #2, take responsibility.
When I got out of the military, I went and found people that were super successful, which meant super wealthy, and I mimicked them. Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates started mentoring 2,000 years ago. Normally, and this is a thing to say, you cannot say families without saying lives. For those of you that got their head screwed on straight, your parents did an all right job. For those of you that didn't, your parents f***ed up. And if I've had parents and grandparents sitting here with the kids, and I asked the mother sobbing, the answer is, I did the best I knew how. You don't know what you don't know. If I went and asked your parents tonight, that's the same answer they give me. But you can't blame it on your parents because you're adults. To me, you're not adults because you're the adult. The coach is barely an adult to me at 38, but I mean, because he's still a kid. You've got to take responsibility. The kids take responsibility for their own actions. Okay, I know you're not supposed to drink, but for those of you that have drunk before, and you get a hangover, or you drink too much, you either suck it up and go to class or go to work with it, right? Or maybe you don't. Maybe the snowflakes now, they just roll over, go to sleep for 2 or 3 days. The high-performance kids that I've had the privilege of training for 25 years and being around for 50 years all take responsibility for their actions. They don't blame it on somebody else.
Rule #3, work super hard.
We just went through my records. I just started collecting Social Security this year. I didn't. That was my donation back to the government. I didn't collect it. And I'm at the highest level you can collect. And when I saw my Social Security record, they have from the first day I went to work was August the 10th, 1961. The day I turned 16. That's when you could get a Social Security card. And I was a member of a union. I was a box boy at a market where they used to put the groceries in bags for you. Okay? I got paid $1.06 or $1.08 an hour. And so for between August 10th, my first day at work, I worked 21 days. I worked every day. My first check was $240. If you go through the numbers, I worked every day about 10 hours a day. If you got sick, I took your shift. If you wanted to go home and get late, I took your shift. If you wanted to go to your son's ball game, I took your shift. I just took everybody, and so that was extra shift Pena. I mean, and then when school started, I used to work on the weekends, and I used to go there after practice. Nobody's got a job after practice because I saw my dad's work ethic, and i.e., the average guy that comes to the seminar works less than 40 hours a week. Some of you are internet scum. 4 hours you want to work, not a day, a week. And there's more you than 80-hour week guys. But even if you average 4 and 80, that's only 42 hours a week. Some of you, not necessarily this group, brag, you work 4 hours a month, 1 hour a week, and you go into culture shock. 1/3 of you in the next 2 months is going to get either pneumonia, can't get up out of bed, and it's called stress. Especially the six-packers and the pill poppers are the first to drop. The 5% body fat are the big tubs of shit. Like we got a couple in here. Well, I've been, they just seem to roll with it. They just eat more, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. But I mean, the fit guys are the guys that fall like pretzels. Because you're not used to working. And then what you're really not, you think the hours you work are work, and they're not. And the weekly report you're going to have to, from the time you get up in the morning, and of course you lie to me, to the time you go to sleep at night, every hour on the hour, what did you do? When you see that, you are going to shit your pants. And you wonder how you accumulated anything in your life.
Rule number 4, congregate with winners.
Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Okay? You're the average of the 5 people that you hang with the most, that you chill with. In your case, they're midshipmen, right? Now, I'm sure there's all midshipmen are great midshipmen, but there's some that are better and some that are worse. That's life. And so first of all, Bill Gates doesn't hang. Warren Buffett doesn't chill. Jeff doesn't hang. Steve didn't hang. Dan doesn't chill. Only losers hang. Only losers chill. Show me your friends and show you your future. You have to disassociate yourself with whomever that you're part of. Olympians congregate with fellow Olympians. World-class athletes congregate with world-class athletes.
Also, if you want to have more confidence and self-love, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
But no one does know initially, up front. You have to try. You have to swing at the plate. You want people with a like mind and that are better than you, smarter than you, more intelligent than you to get on your bus. A kid like you, if you had to keep track of 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, what you do.
Rule number 5, don't be afraid of the unknown.
I practice 1 hour, at least 1 hour for every hour that I'm with you. I practice an hour before you got here. So I practice 50, 60 hours, and I could give this seminar in a coma. Literally in a coma. Because I know your questions. They're all the same retarded meathead questions. And they're all based because you're afraid. False expectations appearing real. You're afraid, It's the unknown you haven't done. I think 3 people asked him how he gets out of his comfort zone. Okay? And you're not going to be, some of the guys go and skydive and jump, bungee jumping, like stuff that I've done in recent years. But he was afraid of asking, before he had a big company behind him with a big balance sheet. That's a lot different. We've had guys from Goldman Sachs come in here and they piss their pants because they're not wearing the Superman Goldman Sachs shield, and they never had to worry about the money there. Well, now now will they still say yes to me when I don't have, the big company behind me? And now for those of you that have never been with a big company, never had a big balance sheet, but I've never really had that either. But he is going out there, he's pressing the flesh with people that would normally say no. But contrary to what you believe or what you think or what your in-laws told you, Not that many people are out there asking.
Rule number 6, take action.
My system is based on mentoring. Josh Kim was mentioned in the introduction. Josh Kim is a young kid, 17 years old when he came to me. And today he's 21, flying around in a jet plane. Now, I was asking some of the staff earlier, what is it that resonates about Josh, other than the fact he's 21 and a lot of you kids are 21, or close to it, close enough for government work, right? It's because you see what he's done and what you haven't done. To accept the QLA methodology, you have to say, let's say for the people, the old gits that are maybe in their 50s, or maybe even have somebody in the 60s or in your 30s, you've wasted your whole life. And that's a tough pill to swallow. How is it a 17-year-old kid can come to me, homeschooled, no high school, no G level, O level, A level, no university? His only claim to fame, and I'm not demeaning it, he was an Eagle Scout. And now he's a multimillionaire. He's also not a teenager anymore, he's 21. He had his 21st birthday at the castle. He came back to the seminar last August. That's what you can relate to. But the difference is, and as you'll see as we go through the slides, he pulled the trigger. You've been deluded, misguided into thinking going to lectures like this, listening to podcasts, reading books is taking action. Well, that's nothing but procrastination, you weak, weenie. Don't you see it? Don't you get it?
Rule number 7, choose your friends wisely.
Some of your friends, and I'll show you your future, most of your friends, most of the people you hang and chill with are worthless pieces of shit. Should have rolled down the inside of their mama's leg. Never been born. And contrary to what you think, everybody doesn't deserve to be alive. That is horseshit myth. Instead of 7.5 billion people, we should have about 500 million people. Unfortunately, not all like me. Sally said it would be a hell of a world if everybody's like you, Dan. Of course, my mother was telling me that a long time ago. And the few people that I still associate with that I knew 50 years ago, I got 5 guys that you would consider friends. 2 of them, one of them I met in 1956. One of them I met in 1957. One of them I met in 1959. And then the other 2 in 62. That's it. I don't have any more. And now they're getting old and feeble with their problems. Friends are problems. Because, you know, my dad's definition of a friend. Okay, and we're just going to, there's 3 people here, and I call you first, and I say, my mother's name was Amy. Amy's dead. You say, you don't ask how she died. Okay, I'll get the truck. I call the next guy. I'll get the chainsaw. I call the next guy. I'll get the lye. Lye, you put it in the grave and it disintegrates the body. That's my dad's definition of a friend. Many years ago, a good friend of mine, who's a lawyer, we're having some people over for drinks, and he comes early. We used to call him Tarlo Tentative because he could never get the time right, but then he was early about an hour, and I show up at the door bloody, in boxer shorts and a t-shirt. He assumed that I had chopped up my wife or killed her or something. He told his wife to get in the car and go shopping and leave. And he comes into the car, rolls up his sleeves. Okay, where's the body?
Rule number 8, be ruthless.
I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you say about me. All I care is to get the ball over the goddamn goal line. Not once, not twice, but as many times. I want you to run up the scores. Do they still run up the scores?
Oh, yeah.
I want you to run it up. I want you to be a legend in your own mind. 107-0. Beat them. And when you got them down, beat them until their brains come out of their skull. And then keep beating them. So then the next team you play will be afraid of you. Just like many years ago, Konstantin Karatsios, the CEO of Monastic Shipping Lines, said, smart people are afraid of you, Mr. Kenny. Only stupid people challenge you. Because when I say I'll do whatever it takes, I mean it. If it means I gotta tune you up with a baseball bat,
or take your company away from you and put you in starvation. When I say I'm going to f you up, I mean I'm going to f you up. It's not metaphors. And the big guys that I've alluded to, the Jobs, God rest his soul, who I knew, the Gates, etc., Elon Musk, Bezos, are all the same. So if they're all like that, success leaves clues, kids. If they're all like that, and you're not, and most assuredly your parents aren't, what does that say?
Rule number 9, have a dream.
The kids that do get it, and for the kids that are my mentees in the audience, they had a dream. Josh had a dream. And when we show you what Josh's dream was, a few slides from now, you will not believe what a young kid, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, before he came to me, dreamt of. But that was my dream. And 17 months later, I made it my reality. From an East Los Angeles barrio bad boy who got in a lot of trouble, arrested, thrown out of school. And for those of you that have looked at my website, you know the story probably better than I. Strange times in which we live when old and young are taught falsehoods in school, and the person that dares to tell the truth is called at once a lunatic and fool.
And rule number 10, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is fight for yourself.
This is a message to the individuals that are part of the secret Facebook account that is trying to disrupt my mentees. Shane and Chen are asking you for commentary up to 5,000 words that say what's wrong with the QLA program. That's fine. It's your discretion. You can do whatever you want. But I'm here to tell you a couple of facts. Shane got thrown out of the program as a deadbeat. I don't know Shane, but Shane seems to have a bug up his ass about finding out information about the program. All he's got to do is attend. Or he can get the information from Shen. Shen attended. But a couple of notes that you should understand. You've all signed an NDA. Signing an NDA and when you're part of a fraudulent project makes the NDAs null and void. So any NDA you sign with Shane, or anybody else are not legal. If you disrupt in any way, shape, manner, or form my mentees moving forward, or this Castle seminar, or anything to do with QLA, I will hunt you down and litigate you into the ground. I will hunt you down and litigate you into the ground. This is not a threat. This is a common fact. I will protect my interests. I will protect my QLA brand. I will protect the $50 billion man brand viciously. For those of you that are looking to cross swords with me, I'm ready. Come and get me.
Now I have a special bonus clip from Dan on how to not look for an easy way that I think you're gonna enjoy. But before that, it's time for the 3-point landing questions. Let's go from just watching a video to taking action. Here we go. Question number 1. Where do you need to fight for yourself? Number 2, what is the action that you need to take this week? And number 3, how can you better congregate with winners? And if you made it this far in the video, I want to celebrate you. Give me a hashtag believe down in the comments as well.
Some of the kids that have come through the seminar find somebody else's deal and they're f***ing it up. And normally you try to do the right thing. You say, well, I can show you how to do it. Let's do it together. And he says, f*** you. And so then there's 2 or 3 ways to do it. There's the easy way and the hard way. Normally the hard way is the best way. You start up right across the street from them and doing the same thing. And when you answer your questions in the question and answer part of your weekly report, and you're going to give me 3 alternatives. Normally, the alternative is least you want to do is the one that I tell you to do, the hardest, because you will back away from the hardest decision. And there's never an easy time to make a hard decision. There's never an easy time to tell your wife that you don't love her anymore and get the f*** out. I don't care. There's never an easy time. There's never an easy time when your kid gets arrested for, like when I used to get arrested, my dad just left me in jail.
If you want to see the top 10 I did on Donald Trump, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Whether it's Microsoft or Google, I mean, so many people that have really hit big have gone against the tide. It may seem like you have no chance. It may seem like it's over.